Win free airtime with hashtag #LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. Hashtag #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
Waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka. Waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka. Waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka. Waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka.
In a land where everything's about the waka, we learn and study with the waka. ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, shapes and colors for you and me. We are one people in the land of the waka. We are one people in the land of the waka. Waka moo, waka waka moo, waka moo, waka waka moo, waka waka
According to my calculations, it's Waka Waka Moo time! Hey! Hi there, my Waka friends. Welcome to Waka Waka Moo land. My name is Waka Simba. That's WAKASIMBA. Waka Simba. Waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo. Waka Silma visits Waka Waka Moo land to teach us basic sign language. Waka Treza sings to us about local languages. Chi Chi and Haingura learn a valuable lesson on saving for university. Krikri, the cricket, teaches us a valuable lesson. Wakasibu takes us back into time with stories of old folklore.
Before we start, know that Simba is smart. According to my calculations, you can see me on your television. I'm your teacher, sometimes a preacher, but mostly, I'm the numbers guy. Now sit back, relax, and let me show you why. Before we start, know that Simba is smart. According to my calculations, you can see me on your television. I'm your teacher, sometimes a preacher, but mostly, I'm the numbers guy. Now sit back, relax, and let me show you why.
Hi, Twa. Hi, Chichi. Hi, Haingura.
Aren't you going to school today?
I am. School is overcrowded, so they've divided the starting times into 2 parts. You guys go in the morning, and I get to go in the afternoon.
That's great. It's better to go to school than not going at all.
See you later, Twa. Haingura, do you know what you want to be when you finish school?
I want to be a social worker, or like Waka Simba, the smartest waka in all of Waka Waka Moo land.
Ha! What is a social worker, Haingura?
I don't believe this, Chichi. You don't know what a social worker is? It's only the greatest job in the whole wide world.
According to my calculations, it is time to explain to Chichi what a social worker is.
Waka Simba!
Chichi, a social worker is a person that provides services to help people cope with and overcome challenges in their everyday life.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly what a social worker does. I never met my mother or father because they died when I was very young. A social worker helped me find a new home and a new family.
I didn't know that, Haingura. Being a social worker sounds like a great job.
What do you want to do when you finish school?
I don't know. I have not thought that far.
Don't worry, Chichi. You'll figure it out soon enough. Hengura, Chichi, does your family have a plan on how to pay for the university? They can be quite expensive.
My family is expecting me to get a bursary.
You must be really smart.
Yes, Waka Simba. Haingura is the smartest boy in our class. He says he wants to be as smart as you.
According to my calculations, you both can be as smart as you want as long as you read lots of books and study hard. Now, kids, a bursary is a tuition fund paid by either a company or an institution.
I also want one of those.
If you work hard enough, you might get it. Another option is if your parents pay for it. But I would suggest for them to open a bank account and save money every month until you are done with your primary and high school education. That way, you can pay for the university if you don't get a bursary.
I'm so going to tell my parents.
I am also going to save some of my own pocket money every week.
That's a good idea, Haingura. Saving some of our pocket money every week can help us pay for some university expenses.
According to my calculations, it's time to sing the saving song. Let's all say the Waka chant. Waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo. Saving is important. Not only adults should save money, but you should too. Got it?
Got it.
According to my calculations, it's time for me to go, kids. Enjoy school and study hard.
Bye, Waka Simba.
Waka Waka Moo! Waka
Waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo. Hi Daisy, hi Moses, hi Tinashe.
Hi, Wakachi!
Kids, I want you to meet our special friend today, Waka Selma.
Hi, Waka Selma!
Waka Selma, what are you doing?
Tinashe and Moses, what is she doing with her hands? Looks like, I have no idea.
Free yourself, follow your heart, waka waka moo. Kids, Waka Selma is communicating using her hands. It's called sign language.
Wakachi, what in the Waka is sign language?
Good question, Moses. Yes, what is sign language?
Kids, sign language is a way of communicating using gestures you can see. Sign language is used by our hearing impaired Waka friends.
You said used by hearing impaired. I'm lost. What's that?
Yes, hearing impaired. Yes, what chance to explain. Jeez.
Free yourself, follow your heart. Waka Waka Moo. Thanks, Dashi.
We're sorry, Wakachi.
Hearing impaired refers to a Waka friend who's unable to hear well or hear at all. So, they use their fingers to communicate.
Okay, this sounds very interesting. I didn't know we could communicate with our fingers and hands.
Now this I want to see.
Yes, kids, we can communicate using our fingers and hands. Okay, kids, Waka Selma will teach us basic sign language to help us all communicate better with our hearing impaired Waka friends. Waka Selma, the floor is all yours. Kids, Waka Selma just said hello in sign language. Can you do as she does with her hands? Kids, can you guess what Waka Selma just said?
She just said goodbye.
Very good, Waka friends. Kids, Waka Selma just said nice to meet you in sign language. Can you do as she does with your hands? Very good, Waka friends.
Wakachi, Waka Selma, how do you say no in sign language?
Kids, Waka Selma just said no in sign language. Can you do as she does with her hands? You are doing all so well. Very good, kids. And now, Waka Selma will show you how to say please and thank you in sign language. Please do as she does. Keep going, keep going. That was please. And now, let's say thank you. Kids, that's all the time we have for you today to sign. Remember to say hello, please, and thanks. Free yourself, follow your heart, Waka Waka Moo. Let's do the Waka chant in 3, 2, 1. Waka Waka Moo Moo, Waka Waka Moo Moo, Waka Waka Moo.
There are so many local languages here in Namibia. Not the usual from the pages in your encyclopedia. The ones my grandma always speaks with me when telling stories of our history. There are so many different ones. Oshivambo, Damara, Ochiherero, Africans. Don't forget Rukwangali and also Sam. Lastly, L-O-Z-I-O-Z.
How old am I? I'm older than you. Go back in time, stories I'm bringing to you so you can know your history. I've been unfolding some mystery. I know, and everybody knows that I'm the master of chicory. Chicky, 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 pound.
My name is Cricky and I love to sing. I sing any time of the day. I sing early in the morning. When the sun goes down, I sing.
One morning, Cricky suddenly stopped singing.
Singing is such hard work. I really must just rest a little. I'll find the perfect spot in the bush to lay my head. Ah, this will do.
We ants have so much work to do, busy all the time. The anthill must be kept clean at all times, and we must take good care of our queen. We must hurry to find food and carry it all inside to save up. We make sure there's enough bread, rice, biscuits, even cakes for everyone. It's going to rain! Carry everything back inside!
Huh? This wind! I'm still hungry. I must find food. Whoa! Oh dear, the wind is too strong. I must find shelter. The water is everywhere. I won't find any food in the storm. Ah, Chachu! The ant family always has something to eat. I'll wait for the rain to stop and head straight to their hill.
But the rain never stopped, and Cricky waited for 3 days.
Oh, I'm so weak and cold. Now that the storm is over, the ants might spare some of what they are carrying back inside. Oh, please, Chachu, my friend. I haven't eaten for 3 days. Please give me some food.
You want food? You sleep all day while we work hard. No wonder you are hungry. I'm not surprised. I won't give you a thing.
Chachu, you see, I sing and sing from evening and morning, so I must rest during the day.
Well, since you sing during the day, dance during the night for your food then, you lazy cricket.
But that night, the cricket was too weak to sing. Perhaps one day, when he chooses to dance for his food, we will hear him again.
Hi, my Waka friends. It's Moses here, and today we are talking about being seen and staying safe. Dressing in black may be a bad idea when you want to walk at night. It is important that vehicle drivers notice you if you want to stay safe. To be seen, wear light-colored clothes or reflective material when walking or biking at night. Wear bright clothes during the day. Wave your hand if you want to indicate your presence to an incoming vehicle. That's all for today, my Waka friends. It's Moses, and I hope you had a good time. Remember to stay safe and be seen.
Hello, children. I am Waka Sibu, the oldest, the coolest, and the smartest Waka in the entire Waka Waka land. Kids, history is very important. Before you decide where you are going, you must know where you came from. Our historic figure for today is, can you guess if he was a king or politician? I'm talking about Sam Nujoma. Sit back, relax, and watch his story unfold. Waka Waka Moo.
Hi, my Waka friends. My name is Sam Shafishuna Nyoma. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Etunda, a village in Onganjera, near the town of Okahau. Okahau is in the northern parts of Namibia, and Namibia is in southern Africa. Yes, Namibia at the time was colonized by the Europeans. Oh, another word for colonized is ruled. In this case, it's rulership by force. As I grew older, I attended a Finnish missionary school. In the afternoons after school, I would herd my family's cattle. At the ripe age of 17, I became curious to learn more about the world and broaden my horizons. So I decided to move to Walvis Bay to live with my aunt. Walvis Bay is found on the coastal area of Namibia. I started working at a whaling station where I was exposed to the world of politics by meeting soldiers from Europe and North America who would come to Namibia during World War II. Later on, I moved to Windhoek, where I started working at the South African Railways. At 28 years old, I resigned from the railway works and traveled to Cape Town. Cape Town is in South Africa. Yep, you guessed it. I went to Cape Town to meet up with other Namibians who also worked there. I met a group of Oshuambo-speaking people as well as Andimba Toivoya Toivo, who was against racial segregation. Oh, racial segregation was a way of keeping black people away from white people and white people away from black people. I didn't like this form of separation because I believed all people are equal. So I was organizing and traveling in secret to spread the word about the resistance. I was later arrested and charged for organizing the resistance. I was sentenced to exile. Exile is when you get chased away from your own country. It's very sad, I know. I crossed into Zimbabwe by train. I took a flight from the south to the north of Zimbabwe and later crossed into Congo and then traveled to Tanzania in East Africa, where I met my good old friend Julius Nyerere, who gave me so much support. I received a passport while in Tanganyika and permission to address the UN committee. UN stands for United Nations. The UN is responsible for keeping many countries around the world safe. During my travels, as I spoke to the UN, I got assistance from my friends, Jariretunda Kozongwizi, Michael Scott, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Joseph Kasavubu, Gamal Abdel Nasser, and many African friends. After many battles with the help of many friends, we all won and Namibia was finally free. I went on to become Namibia's first president. I got married and had 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. I went on to win awards and touch many lives. I became a great leader and a father of nations. I can tell you so much more about my adventures, but let's leave it here for now. Waka Waka Moo! Back to you, Wakasibu.
Sam Nyoma sure did go through a lot even at an early age. Remember, kids, you are never too young to make a change in the world or to take up a leadership role. Be different and make a difference. Waka Sibu out!
Before we start, know that Simba is smart. According to my calculations, you can see me on your television. I'm your teacher, sometimes a preacher, but mostly, I'm the numbers guy. Now sit back, relax, and let me show you why. Before we start, know that Simba is smart. According to my calculations, you can see me on your television. I'm your teacher, sometimes a preacher, but mostly, I'm the numbers guy. Now sit back, relax, and let me show you why.
There are so many local languages here in Namibia, not the usual from the pages in your encyclopedia. The ones my grandma always speaks with me when telling stories of our history. There are so many different ones. Oshivambo, Damara, Ochiherero, Africans. Don't forget Rubangali and also Sam. Lastly, L-O-Z-I-O-Z.
That's all the time we have for you today, my Waka friends. My name is Waka Simba. According to my calculations, it's time to say goodbye. Let's say the Waka chant last before we say goodbye. In 3, 2, 1. Waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo moo, waka waka moo. Bye, my waka friends. See you next time. Bye.
Win free airtime with hashtag LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. WhatsApp your feedback, name and town to 081 200 6659. Hashtag LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
The mighty Zambezi River, the longest east-flowing river in Africa, a river that flows through 6 countries, home to a plethora of wild species of fauna and flora, a lifeline for many people whose livelihoods are dependent on the abundance the river brings. Globally, communities who live along rivers rely on these rivers to survive. Communities living along the Zambezi call it the river of life, bringing water for their crops and fish as their main protein source. In Namibia, a country situated in sub-Saharan Africa, the Zambezi River sits at the heart of Kaza, the Kavango-Zambezi Trans-Frontier Conservation Area, which is one of the greatest conservation areas on Earth, a stronghold for very many of our most iconic wildlife. I'm right now where the river forms the border between Namibia and Zambia. This enormous water body provides sustenance to a wide array of wildlife, bird and fish species. It's also a lifeline for human beings.
The same communities are the people also who are doing the illegal activities.
The price of fishing has gone up because fish has become scarce.
The more they finish, that's the more our life gets harder and harder.
These days, it is very rare to get a big bream unless in those protected areas.
A small group of community members, together with non-governmental organizations like Namibian Nature Foundation, are fighting back.
We have to start thinking out of the box, to be honest, because what's going to happen is going to be out of this box that we haven't seen before.
By creating protected areas, monitoring and patrolling, fish stocks have a chance at recovery. These are the stories of the people fighting for the continued existence of their communities. These are the last defenders.
Struggling with no food, no what. But we didn't stop. If we are going to do it, our young children, they'll never know the fish.
I'm feeling so bad because of I have been arrested. We are trying to sell to provide our kids with food, but the police, they come to arrest us.
I was literally apprehended in Independence Avenue. I mean, there was no prior communications with the police or with Bonn or Benga Namibia. These guys literally just apprehended us on surprise.
And when you are talking in a manner that is exaggerated about brutality in this country, I should ask you in which country you live.
Yes, I can confirm that indeed there were 2 cell phones that were found after a search was conducted at the cells that the fish rot accused us staying.
Do you understand the amount of money that the government has spent on the fight against COVID-19? Could they have spent 300 million on tracing people and managing people? Is that even possible?